Hey guys, it's just Charlie again. Just let me adjust my camera there. Alright, it's my laptop. But, yeah, I went to the, lung surgeon today, and, the spot is on my right side of my body, and, I guess there's 3 chambers, and, they're gonna be taking out one of the chambers. I forget what they call it. I don't know, I'll get back to it, but anyways, yeah, it's kind of scary, but the doctor was kind of positive about it, so I guess that's a good thing. There's actually, it's lobe. There's 3 lobes in your right side of your lung. They're taking out one of my lobes, so that should be interesting. But he's very positive that everything's going to work out, and I'll just have to deal with that, the rest of my life. But, like I told you guys before, I made that, when I started smoking, I had no clue. But, yeah, so that's what's going to happen, and it's just been a very stressful day, and I hate days like that. I know people, people out there have had the same kind of days I have, so we're only human, right? You only live once, right? So it's going to be kind of nerve-wracking. He said that it could take anywhere, in the hospital, anywhere between a day or 4 days. And some people go like 5 or 6. I go on July 1st for the surgery, and it's just like, seems like everything's going so fast. I can't really deal with it. I mean, like right now it's like 12:15, and I'm not even asleep because everything's just going in my head. It's like, it's just scary, especially like living alone and stuff like that. But I do choose to have that lifestyle. I mean, but I don't know. My sisters are going to be coming up from Massachusetts and Florida, and my brother Jimmy wanted to come up. I'm like, I don't need all that support. I mean, I appreciate everything my family has, to do for me, but I'm glad, Trisha's coming up, and she's going to be here with my niece Victoria, which I don't know. I don't want to, I don't want her to see me like whatever I'm going to be like. I don't know if I'm going to have tubes in my mouth and that oxygen thing, and I don't know. I know when my mom died, she was like, Uncle, you have to quit smoking. I don't want to see, I don't want to see what happened, to me. Like my mother, and she calls her Nani. I don't want to see you like Nani. And I'm like, it's going to be so hard. But, I mean, it's good for my sister to have her go with her, because she'll have somebody in the car with her, coming up from Mass. So I don't know. It's just crazy, you guys. And like I said before, it's my own fault. I mean, it just sucks that somebody would sell cigarettes to a 13-year-old back then. And then I used to buy my cigarettes at a pizza parlor. They had one of those machines that you would just put in like $1 or $1.50, whatever it was back then. But And I would get that and then get a pizza, and I lied to my mother and said, "Oh, Myra, it's more money now." And she didn't care. She knew what was going on. And then when she found out that I was smoking, she freaking took my pack of cigarettes. At that time, I was smoking Marlboros, and she took them and threw them in the trash. She was kind of crazy because she didn't even break them up. And I was like, score! If I could turn back time, I would definitely not smoke. And Trisha, actually, my youngest sister, Trisha, she's the one who taught me how to smoke, believe it or not. And after her first son was born, she quit. Because when he was born, she went back to smoking. And I thought it was kind of interesting. Because it just doesn't make sense. You know, when you're pregnant and you smoke, you can quit. But after the baby's born, you'll go back to smoking. And the reason why she quit smoking is because she saw herself smoking around my nephew Wayne, and that just turned her off, you know. And to this day she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I was smoking when my son, her first son, was born." And I give her a lot of credit. But the other thing that's going to be interesting is, before I go in to get my operation on the 1st, and they take out that lobe in my right lung. Oh shit, I just lost track. I hope you guys don't mind this video. I'm gonna just be like going off base from here to, you know, here to there, but I just don't, you know, my mind's going 90 miles an hour. I know I was talking about Trisha, but I forget what I was saying. And so, like I said, she's coming up. Tina, I'm unsure of now, because talking to her today, she didn't, I don't know. Like I said, I appreciate her coming up, because basically what the doctor said is, like I said, I'll be in the hospital either, you know, for a few days, and then when I get home, I can't do anything, you know. I can't drive for, he said, at least a month and a half. But like he said, it all depends upon, you know, my progression. I don't know, you guys, this is freaking crazy. I just, you know, I'm very sick to my stomach, pretty much. But I did pretty well today. You know, I wasn't so anxious and stuff like that, but they, you know, my doctor did give me some Xanax, and that sucked. But last night I had a very good sleep because I took the Xanax and I was like out like a light. It really worked. Well, for me it works pretty good. I get like a half a tablet. Well, I'm supposed to take a half a tablet as needed, whatever it is, but I did sleep very well. I fell asleep probably about 9ish. Yeah. And I was just like, oh. I needed that sleep, and I woke up this morning and I was very positive. Oh, excuse me. Very positive about the day and stuff like that, so I really wasn't anxious that much today, so I didn't even need to take a Xanax, so because I really don't like to take those type of medications and stuff like that, because they make you loopy, and then I don't know about anybody else out there, but I hate those things. I mean, I don't, but if I need to sleep, I can take a trazodone, but the next day when you wake up, you feel like you're friggin' hungover, and it sucks. I hate that feeling. So that's why I choose not to take them. But, and then again, it's my own fault for, only sleeping for like 2 to 3 hours a night, But like I said last night, 9 o'clock, boom. I was down till 6 o'clock this morning, so I was so thankful, So, but, and like the doctor said, he feels pretty positive that everything's going to work out well, and that they caught that early. Basically what they said was, I guess it has 3 levels. There's one part of the lobe, then the next part of the lobe, and then the other part of the lobe. Mine's in the middle, and it's in the middle, and basically when they did that PET scan, they noticed that there was a lot of activity on that side, and it was almost like, the way he described it was like a crab. It was spurring off, and, I was like, that's kind of scary. Especially where I have to have half of the lobe gone. I'm just like, I really don't understand that, but, it's a very positive situation. It's, but, and there was, oh, by the way, after I did my video yesterday, the other doctor called me and said, what was up with the PET scan and stuff, and she told me that there was just, because when they inject you with, like a sugar radioactive or something like that, but everything went right to that spot, and it I don't know if it's the right word, but manifested, and you could see all the veins and shit, like, I don't even know, but and then they were telling me that it's gonna take like almost like 4 weeks or something like that to get the results or biopsy from what they removed from me. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would that happen? I mean, I thought, technology nowadays, but I guess in your lungs there's a lot of different cells or whatever. I mean, that's just me just telling you. I mean, I really don't know. But. And then after that, he said I could, depending upon where the situation is with that. Oh, I have to get a drink. I'm thirsty. Sorry about that. After they get that, then they're going to determine if I need to go for chemo or radiation. But like he said, I'm going to have to go for either or. And it's going to suck. Because my whole summer's going to be gone. I don't know. But I gather what's going to happen is, after my surgery, I have to stop walking around in the hospital in order for them to see that I can, be on my own. So, I think the hardest thing's going to be quitting the cigars. But I just pray to God that, he's looking after me and says, "This is your time, Charles," you know. And also I believe my mother and father are looking after me because, you know, like I said in other videos about my cat, Chloe is my mother's cat, and just looking at him and how much he loves to be with me and stuff like that, it means a lot. He's a good companion. And like I said before, never owned a cat. We didn't grow up with cats. My mom was living in an elderly home, well, complex, and my sister Trisha bought him, and you guys, I'm just so thankful that hopefully I'm going to be alright. But like he said, it's probably about an 85 to 90% chance everything's going to be fine. So I'm praying that that's what's going to happen. But I mean, I wouldn't want, and I know this sounds weird, but I wouldn't want him, the cat, to have to go anywhere else. I mean, it was already traumatizing for him to come up here to Maine from Massachusetts. And oh my God, you guys, that day that he came up, me and my brother Jimmy, we came up and I got some of my mom's stuff and we brought that all up, including Chloe. But he was just like panting and panting, and it scared the shit out of me. I was thinking the cat's gonna die. I'm like, what the hell? But he made it. And because of all the people that were at my mom's house, he was hiding under her bed. He had this big ass friggin' hairball, not hairball, it was like on his back, it was like, I guess it's a hairball. And you couldn't even like shred it like that. So I felt so bad. I was getting so aggravated with it because I was trying to, you know, just like try to get it down on each side. Well, that didn't work. And then finally I said, fuck it. I'm gonna just take that brush, yank it off him, and call it good. I did try to cut it too, but that didn't work. But it wasn't something that I knew it wasn't going to hurt him. But once I took that friggin' hairball off of him, even though when I took it off, he went sss, and his back went up, and I'm like, holy shit. Like I said, I never had a cat. But once I took that off, he was in heaven. He enjoyed it. Well, he didn't enjoy that, but he became like calm. And I think because I took that off his back, he was feeling really good, honestly. And ever since then, he doesn't hide under the bed. Like I told you guys, he's king in my house. I'm sitting on my sofa. I have a chair over there. That's where I sit. But guess who's over there? Chloe. Enjoying himself. But, oh, and I did call, because I have to. I called the, Maine, tobacco quit line. And they have a number on the bottom. I know it looks weird because it's opposite, but so I did call them, and they're gonna get me some patches, and because you guys, I have to do this. I don't want to die. All my nieces and nephews, you know, I want to see them grow up and graduate high school, college, you know? And I just can't picture myself not seeing that. It means a lot to me for my nieces and nephews. So, but anyways, you guys, I can't even believe I've been over 20 minutes babbling. Hopefully this video doesn't bore anybody, but I just figured I'd give an update, and I have to private send these to my family, and just so they know what's going on. But anyways, well, like I said yesterday, I'm not going to say if you like the video, hit like, and if you're not a subscriber, whatever. But alright everybody, peace out, God bless, and sweet dreams.